Hi everyone, I want to talk to you today about the 5 gotchas of money. And what this means is 5 things that could jeopardize your assets, your retirement, your financial plan basically. So the first one is losses. Now what I mean by this is market loss or unforeseen expenses. So have any of you guys ever lost money in the stock market, real estate, brokerage account? There's always a risk of losses, right? So you got to be aware of that. The second thing is healthcare. So what I mean by this is the unintended expenses if something happens to you. You see, most of us go through life, and especially if we sit with a traditional financial planner, they will advise you to put money in the stock market. And if everything works well, you don't get hurt, you don't get fired, your business does well, you should have a nice nest egg at the end of your at the beginning of your retirement, right? Well, that's in a completely offensive strategy. They don't really talk to you, not enough people talk to you about defensive strategy. What happens if something doesn't pan out? So healthcare is one of those things that you have to think about. 2 out of 3 people over the age of 65 are going to have a long-term care situation, which means you may be in a nursing home or have a debilitating illness because we're just simply living longer as a society. So you got to account for that. The third thing is taxation. So obviously taxes erode your purchasing power of your retirement. And what do you think taxes are going to do in the future? You think they're going to go less? You think they're going to go down or go up? Would you like to pay less or more taxes? So you have to account for taxation in your planning. Not all money is taxed the same. The next thing is inflation. And boy, aren't we not seeing that today. Okay? Today's inflation is a record high. Well, what do you do about inflation? In order for you to come out ahead in your savings, vehicles, accounts, whatever, your interest has to be earning at least higher than inflation. And so, for example, if inflation is 6% and you're in a savings account that's making 0.5 or 1%, you're actually losing money. So it's important to choose an account that is at least beating inflation by at least a few percentage points so you can come out ahead. And lastly, probably the most important thing that most of us do is procrastination. This is just simply waiting too long to do anything. So because of the time value of money, compounded interest, the sooner you get started with anything, the better off you are.